What is President Trump and his administration actually going to do for the U.S. economy?
Yeah. I think here's what's very positive, okay? Look at the policy. Forget the tweets. Look at the people on the ground. They're top professionals, both in the military, defense, Secretary of State, Secretary of Treasury, Gary Cohn, National Economic Advisor. Serious people with deep knowledge and deep experience. And their mission is to have a growth agenda. And that agenda is reducing corporate taxes, starting to build better infrastructure, which we desperately need, reducing some of the regulatory regime, which has probably held back growth. I think a growth agenda is good for all Americans. Middle class, low paid, job creation. So, and what you saw recently is business conferences jumped a lot, but more than it's ever jumped before in our life, probably because of the pro-growth agenda.
Do you have any doubt that he'll be able to follow through?
You know, look, I've been watching politics like you for years. The Republicans have the House, they have the Senate, they have 30 plus of the governorships. They have a better chance of getting those things done. I don't know the exact timetable. And, you know, obviously the sausage has to be made. So the kind of the euphoria from the positive growth and pro-business is there. But now they have to do this stuff. And so I'm pretty high confidence to get done. Remember, the Democrats acknowledge that corporate tax is too high and it's hurting America. Everyone wants good infrastructure. The reason the Republicans didn't like it is because we waste money, not because they are against bridges, tunnels, roads. And most people acknowledge now that it's time to look at the regulatory regime and kind of relook at it and recalibrate it and make sure that it's both conducive to growth and doesn't hurt small business formation and things like that.
Jamie Dimon, what is the one question that actually you get asked the most by your big clients? Is it on Trump or is it on China?
How come you won't take our deposits? Literally, I just had that. It's like, how come the cost of repo is so high? So these are investing clients, you know, and we provide a lot of research and execution. But it's mostly around the new administration. That's traditional. I mean, you have a change of leadership. You know, people are going to be both concerned, interested, et cetera. And around the world is Trump. I mean, mostly about Trump. So, but today at lunch, I went around the table and said, what do you all want to talk about at lunch? And we didn't get to Trump until the 7th question. So that hasn't happened since he's been made president.
What was the first? The repo question?
The first was the clash of civilization, a lot about regulatory, inclusive capitalism and things like that.
Okay, and this is because they're concerned that it will actually affect their investments, or because it's more intellectuals trying to be smarter about how they need to invest in the future?
I think they're thinking more long term.
Right.
So, you know, I think capitalism can do a better job of creating jobs, middle wages, helping skills, helping get kids jobs, helping lower wages. So one of the reasons I took on the Business Roundtable chairmanship, and we have a great new CEO, is because I think business should play its part in promoting what's good for all Americans. And, you know, including expanding things like the earned income tax credit. And so inclusive capitalism, I agree. Now, most of the big companies, they are socially advanced. They give medical benefits. They train their people. But we could do a better job come up with policies that are better for the communities. That's true, I think, in Europe. It's true in the United States. And it almost can't be done without business. You know, education. It's important that businesses hire the people. You know, so.
But do you think it was a trend that was before, or did President Trump actually waken up the animal spirits?
It seems like he's woken up the animal spirits. You know, one of the CEOs came out of one of those meetings and says, we've never had such a pro-business president since the founding fathers. Now, I'm not sure that's true, but consumer confidence, small business confidence, business confidence, all skyrocketed. Because it's a growth agenda.
Will it be difficult to implement? And I'm thinking of, you know, if you look at a lot of the indices, a lot of the markets, because we saw record highs, how much of what is expected is priced in? And if he doesn't deliver, even if he doesn't deliver a tiny bit, are we going to see a correction?
Yeah, so I don't worry that much about that. So I think stocks went up maybe rationally because of the growth agenda. Now they have to do it. And I think they'll get it done. It's just going to take time. It's going to be a lot of press. You guys are going to have a lot of fun talking about what tax scheme and what infrastructure scheme and how it's all going to work and it's as good as he promised. But if he gets it done, even part of it, it'll be good for growth, good for jobs, good for Americans. So I am fairly confident he'll get that done.
Will he get it right, the regulation for Wall Street banks?
I hope so. You know, we've been trying, you know, I hear people say, we had a crisis, we're going to throw out all Dodd-Frank. No one's asking for that. We want to be a reasoned voice to look at those things inside, not just Dodd-Frank, but regulations that need to be recalibrated, coordinated. There are too many people involved in mortgages. We don't have mortgage rules yet. It's hurting, and this is hurting lower paid, first-time buyers, small business owners. We need to do it for the sake of all people. So, you know, no one, when it was done, could rationally say everything done there was proper, fair, coordinated, consistent. So we're just saying, just open it up, have an intelligent conversation about what's working, what are the side effects of this, what are the unintended consequences, and can we get the economy growing faster? If you don't have a healthy financial system, you are not going to have a healthy economy. And just keep that in mind. It's not, and it's good. They're good for the citizens of the country. It's not good for the financial players. It's good for the citizens of the country. And damaging the financial system is a bad idea if you want jobs and growth.
But Jamie Dimon, you feel that this dialogue with the Trump administration is healthy and actually constructive.
Yes.
So he's actually consulting a lot of CEOs through Gary Cohn or with him directly?
Directly through Gary Cohn, through Steve Mnuchin. The CEOs are part of the dialogue. They should always have been. President Obama spoke to CEOs too. But I think that, again, I'm firmly a collaboration will win. Finger pointing won't. And so there are solutions to problems. I always say, what do you want the outcome to be? Then how are we going to get there? And I think, if you have civic society, business collaborating together. So I applaud his outreach. I applaud his pro-business. I think some of these businesses are some of the finest institutions on the planet. We really try to take care of our people and our clients. And I remind people, even in the crisis, we didn't need government help. We were trying to help people. And so, I really want to make sure that we do our job helping grow.